greater flexibility in relation to investment strategies. Larger funds generally pay lower investment fees, and then we make the point that a focus on investment fees in absolute terms is misguided and misleading, and it's important to look at investment fees relative to the outperformance achieved, and we provide some information there on both our funds and other funds that we've looked at, which show that it's important to look at the overall fees relative to returns rather than purely the cost involved. And then finally, we make the point that there to be confidence in the conclusions drawn from any analysis of cost and performance data, it's imperative that the basis of preparation is more prescriptive than at present and audited to avoid ambiguities and to ensure objectivity. The closing date for the consultation is the 23rd of September. Under Section 3, we set out relevant risks. One is that pension funds are working to implement a new scheme in 2014, and so with this initiative going on in parallel, it will put further strain on what already limited resources. And secondly, it's important that analysis and assessment is undertaken on complete information, and if the information used is incomplete and misleading, then there is the risk that unnecessary reforms might be implemented. So members are asked to consider the draft response in the appendix and approve the fund writing to DCLG with that response. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Peter. Any comments, questions? Jeremy?
You refer to evidence of the critical minimum mass. Would you like to figure on it?
Not really, but clearly an internal investment scheme comes with a cost, so probably around about £1.5 to £2 billion fund would make the cost of an investment team and professional resource, both on the administration side and the investment side, a reasonable price.
So a third our size would still be worthwhile.
Yes, I would suggest that's the case.
Harry?
Thanks, Alan. Was Councillor Watts' question in relation to 7.1 where potentially significant financial implications? Was that the same question? Is that the same point?
I believe he was referring to under section 2.5, the fourth bullet point.
Okay. So the figure you meant is what's referred to in 7.1. The figure you referred to, Peter, was what's mentioned in 7.1, implied in 7.1.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Any other comments? Any other questions, members? Okay, the recommendation is at 13.1. And we're asked to note we're asked to, but we've been kept up to date and note the response that's going through to approve the response to the call for actions. Is that agreed? Thank you very much. Okay, moving on to agenda item 8, medium-term asset allocation. Paddy?
Thank you, Chair. The purpose of this report is to update members on the progress of the implementation of the medium-term asset allocation framework. We're implementing section 1.2 refers to the appendices 1 and 2, which contain exact information. The key issues are that members will be aware that they approve the setting up of this medium-term asset allocation framework on the 24th of June. The main progress is that following the advice from Aon Hewitt, BlackRock have been appointed as the overlay manager, and we continue to work with BlackRock to discuss in detail how the overlay manager role fits into the framework and indeed other legal and operational due diligence required to implement the framework appendices go into more in detail, those are accepted, so we can dealt with later. So, it'd be a question of whether it's right to approve the recommendation